one of the things that's come up in not so much in the doing in this last week, but in the times that you're talking with the artists or musing about things that are important to you, is you've kind of mentioned this kind of anti-dance or no dance. Can you talk a little bit about where that comes from, or why that's there for you at this point?
Yeah, it's very personal. It's not a universal political statement. The last work I made, the last physical piece I made, was a protest to my dance as I've known it. And it started to break down in the last geography piece, Come Home Charlie Patton, but maybe the whole going away to Africa and those different parts of Asia was also a protest in trying to break down dance as I knew it. But the last dance I did before I kind of went on the geography journey, it was within a very severe kind of postmodern idea of, the glory of just movement invention to silence and or sound or music. I had really stripped it down to these really basic principles, from my gurus and mentors, Merce and Trisha, blah, blah, blah. And it got to the place where I felt like I am making, and I got kind of good at it. And I felt like the experience I was having in the studio got so ethereal that I was no longer experiencing anything anymore. And the last dance I made before I disbanded the company I had, which was the only way I felt like I could stop doing that kind of work. The intention of the dance was, I was trying to make a dance that would disappear. Because it felt like that was the ultimate journey of working this way. That you're making work about absolutely nothing. Now I think that's kind of profound. Not that this work I did was, but that sort of aesthetic thing is kind of amazing. But in my body, I felt like it needs to disappear and I'm still alive, so something else has to happen now. And it has to be really different than this. I also remember seeing Merce Cunningham on stage at some point during this period of time. And I don't know if you guys know Merce and his presence in his work, but it's when he could still walk. And I remember him coming on stage and bowing. He was an old man by then, after this incredible evening, and I was a real Merce-like devotee. And he was so happy. Like, he was so happy. And he always did, to the last day, the last performance I saw him in his wheelchair.
Right.
He was so happy, like, sharing his work and coming on stage at the end. And I remember going to one concert and seeing him that happy and that old and thinking, I don't want to be that happy and that old. Like, I don't want that for some, So then I said, I have to figure something else out, because I don't love it the way he loves it. That's what I realized.
Love the dancing.
Just love that world. That theater conventional world, that world where, you come and you look at a dance and then someone bows and they go off stage. I realized from that moment I didn't love it like that, and I had to figure out what I loved.
And where are you in that journey?
I love thinking about what I want to do and not doing it.